Hello guys, welcome. In this video I'll try to do a walkthrough of a chemical tanker and we'll try to show you as many things as possible. So let's begin. So on some ships you will have accommodation ladder over here on the exit. Just on the exit of accommodation you will have accommodation ladder on port and starboard side, but on this ship we have the accommodation ladder on deck, which I will show you later on. So this over here is a ballast pump room. That means only the pumps for ballasting and deballasting are inside this pump room, no other pumps are inside. So this is a ballast pump room in chemical tanker or oil tank. Now just to clearly identify, I've marked this area in neon color. So as you can see, this whole area which is in neon color, that's called catwalk. So this yellow box over here is called SEMPEP box, means it contains oil or chemical spill equipments like absorbing pad, gum boots, gloves, etc. So on deck, on various locations, you will find these kind of boxes to counter any kind of spillage. So these over here are streamline walls which are on catwalk. These are tank steam walls which are on catwalk. On some ships you will find the same steam walls on the main deck instead of catwalk. So example, these are just for 4 groups of tank, like for example 10 port, 10 starboard, 9 port, 9 starboard, and for other groups of tank you will have some walls in midship, some walls in forward. So this is it, and here you can see a steam line coming from the pump room. This is the main steam line which is branching here into the tank hoist. So on our right side here you can see we have PV walls, which is a pressure and vacuum wall. So same like steam lines, these are also grouped like 10, 9, 8, 7. Some PV walls are grouped over here, and some you will find PV walls in the midship. Some PV walls for other tanks will be in the forward area. Like this, they are divided. So that's a pressure and vacuum wall. So just to show you via animation, I have shown over here from this, that's the side from where pressure will come out in case of over pressurization into a tank. And here you can see that's the vacuum side from where the air will be sucked in case of vacuum in the tank. Now you can see that's the accommodation ladder which I was telling you, that in some ships you will have the accommodation ladder just on the outside of accommodation. Here we have it on deck. On the left we have pilot boarding area, and this over here is a pilot ladder. Same thing will be on the starboard side. Same, both accommodation ladder are on both sides, port and starboard, and same pilot ladder is also on both sides, port and starboard. So as we have seen previously, the streamline walls for 10 wings and 9 wing cargo tank. Now as we reach midship area, here we can see that these are streamline walls for other 2 groups of tank, 8 wings and 7 wings cargo tanks. One thing I wanted to tell you about streamline walls is they are normally painted in silver color, so that's a clear identification for you. If you go on any ship and if you see silver line walls, they are streamline walls. Most of the ships, they paint streamline walls in silver color. That's just a tip for you. So this over here is a manifold area, and it's one of the most important thing on any oil or chemical tanker. So that was the port side manifold area. Now I will show you also starboard side manifold area. So that's an starboard side manifold area. So now one thing I want to tell you is, on a tanker ship, this is a requirement that near the manifold area you must have an emergency shutdown system, ESD in short form we call it. So now just for an example purpose, I will show you here on port side, and the same thing is there on the starboard side. So this over here is an emergency shutdown system for Framo pumps. So you can see this is a spring loaded valve. We just have to press it and it will stop all the Framo pumps and power packs with related to it. So it is only used during discharging. So this emergency shutdown is used only in discharging time. So these are the number of walls: 10 port, 10 starboard, 9 port, 9 starboard, like this. So these are number of walls for each tank. For each tank we have single walls and single lines. So So these are just single lines. They are not connected to any to each other. They are separate from each other. This over here is again streamline walls for remaining like 5 wings and 6 wings cargo tank area. This bosun store we call it, or midship locker. On some ships you will have it on starboard side also, but on this ship we only have one locker which is on port side. So now we'll walk down and we'll see this manifold area. This over here is a called drip tray, which have grating over it. So this is drip tray which is used to collect any oil or chemical spills while connection or disconnection of hose. So this is how your manifold area looks like. So this over here is an emergency shower area or emergency eye wash. This particular is for eye wash, and in case of any leak or something you can wash your eyes over here. And that is for emergency shower in case you have any leak on your body, so you can come and rinse yourself before proceeding to accommodation. This is a requirement that you must have fresh water supply throughout your operations into this emergency shower or emergency eye wash area. So remember, this is the fresh water and you can wash yourself over here in case you have any leak of oil or chemical on your body, and then you can proceed to your accommodation to have a proper wash, proper bath. So that's it. So now we'll go and see the midship locker. So as I told you, on this ship we only have one midship locker which is on port side. So all the loose items for pumpmen like nut, bolt, spanner, ratchets, anything like this, or any other small items which are to be there, everything will be kept inside this locker. So here you can see any all these loose items are kept over here, and there of course you cannot store them like randomly, so they are properly arranged and everything is kept. And some you can see over here is again oil spill booms. As I told you, SOPEP items are kept in separate location over here, so that in case of emergency you can take them. So this is it. Oil, and on chemical tankers we have UTI and sampler, elbows, everything is kept over here. You can see these are elbows for connection, manifold connections over there. That's a gas free fan over there. So that's it. All these loose items you will find inside this midship locker. This is also one of the requirements, that at least one deck crane, or we call it as hose handling crane, at least one crane shall be there of 2 tons, at least 2 tons. Then depending upon the dead weight of the ship, the SWL keeps on increasing, like 2 ton, 5 ton, 15 ton. So but at least one deck crane shall be there, which shall be there in forward of accommodation. So that's a requirement. So these over here are sample lockers for bunker and annex 1, annex 2 sample locker. So on some ships you might have this sample locker a complete store, but here we just have it on deck, 2 small stores over here. And this over here is an oil or chemical spill box, in which the same absorbing pad, booms, other things will be kept over here. This one over here is an MOT, which is called Ministry of Transport. Just like an accommodation ladder, this is a portable ladder. We call it as gangway. This over here in midship on chemical tanker ships you will find spare hoses kept, which are used in tank cleaning or steaming purpose or other such purpose. These hoses are kept. These black colors over here, which you see, black rubber hose, these are tank cleaning hoses which are used in tank cleaning. This white drums over here which you see are chemical drums which are to be stored and secured and stored. So over there you can see blue color drums. These are also chemical drums. Everything must be stored. This over here is again streamline walls in groups. And then again we have a remaining set of PV tank walls, 6 port, 5 port, 4 port, 3 port, like 6 wings to 1 wings. We have other remaining tanks, PV walls over here. On our ship we have loading and discharging valve, which are to be controlled from CCR. So for that we have this cargo control valve. These are hydraulic valve. In case any valve fails to operate, we can manually come over here and we can put a manual pump and we can operate them. So these are hydraulic valves. So this box is for those boxes. So they are normally operated from CCR, but in case of any emergency we can operate them locally or we can operate them manually by here. So these are again steam coil valve, steam valves on the right side, and that's my 4-peak area or mooring area as we say, and the one which is ahead is a 4-peak store. So I will just show you one cargo tank. What are things, what are fittings are there nearby a one cargo tank. So I will just explain you one cargo tank. So this over here is a tank cleaning machine. So on each cargo tank, if this is a small cargo tank, it will have 2 tank cleaning machine. If it is a big cargo tank, it might have 3 tank cleaning machine. So like this one port, this is normally a small tank. So this has only 2 tank cleaning machine. This is one of those machines which you see over here. You have to connect one black color, which I shown you, black color hose over here, and the other hose over there. So this green color valve, either the whole line can be painted or just the valve. So we have just painted the valve. So if you see a blue color valve, that means it contains fresh water. The line will contain fresh water. If you see a green color valve, that means the line will contain seawater. So you just connect the hose, open the valve over here to the tank cleaning machine and start your tank cleaning. On beside of this tank cleaning machine, this over here is a Butterworth. So if you want to manually lower a portable tank cleaning machine, you can lower from here. This can also serve as a purpose of ventilation. You can open this and you can carry out your ventilation through here, and also a purpose of like a skylight. In case if you are doing your operation in daytime, you can open this, it can give you light. The light can pass through over here. So same thing will be there on the other tank also. I'm just showing you. So this over here is again a tank cleaning machine for one starboard for a different tank, and same Butterworth area for one starboard tank. That forward in there over there is a paint store. So that's the paint store. On some ships, on most of the ships, you will find paint store in forward only, but in few ships I have seen paint store just outside the accommodation on the sunken deck or somewhere. So that's the tank cleaning machine. Let me just put the cover back, and we'll go and see one cargo tank. So this is a gas free line which on the left, which have you seen. This is a high level and overfill alarm over here. Here you can actually come and test also your high level and overfill alarm. As you can see, overfill, and right side it is written high level. You can test your high level overfill alarm. This is over here is a radar gauges for your temperature, for your ullages. Everything is taken from here. These are like the sensors which are there on the top of the tank. So from here the readings are shown inside your CCR. From here the readings are taken. So this is, I will show you this one cargo tank area. That's a one port, the forwardmost tank. And here this is called tank dome. So one port tank dome, same like forward there you see one starboard tank dome. So this is pump stack area. If somebody calls you where is the pump stack, so this is pump stack area. This over here which is going inside the deck, that is drop line, and the line going over there and forward, that is a discharge line. So we all on tankers, you have 2 lines, drop and discharge line. So here as you can see, there is no manual valve over here. There is no manual valve. Both of the valves, drop valve and discharge valve, both of the valves are hydraulic valve, means both of the valves are controlled from CCR. So like this is a butterfly valve which is over here. It is controlled by this hydraulic valve, hydraulic line, and same again this is also another valve. This is master valve. It serves as a purpose of master valve, or also called as discharge valve, and this is also hydraulic. So on my ship, drop and discharge valves are both hydraulic control valve. So this is about it. Near these are the things which you have on your cargo tank area, near a cargo tank area, and that's your tank dome. This over here, this line is a PV line, pressure and vacuum line. From here it will go towards this. This is a small thin line, as you can see. This is a PV line. From each tank this line will be going towards that PV stacks which I have shown you earlier. Again, for that tank also, that line you can see it's going to the right, that is also a PV line. So those are the PV lines from where the pressure or vacuum is going. So again, that's again a butterworth over here. So that's again another tank cleaning machine for the tank. And then again, these are for 2-port tank radar gauges for alleged temperature, pressure. So like this is how the arrangements are there on chemical tanker. And then again another tank cleaning machine which is near to 2-port tank. I will just show you this tank also. So you can see that all the tanks have similar arrangements. That's the tank dome. On the right side you have PV stack. So everything is same thing. This is also again a tank cleaning machine for 3-port cargo tank. Those are your PV walls from 1 to 5 wings. Those group number on all PV walls. On below all PV walls you will have this PV drain. So during tank cleaning you have to open this drain. Also when you wash your PV walls you just have to open these drains and let the water pass through here. So these are PV drains, but they are to be only open during tank cleaning, otherwise no. So you have seen the deck area near the tank domes. So on tankers, either on oil or chemical, there is one more thing. There is fire line and foam line isolation walls. So this is a requirement. That's, as you can see, that's a foam lines. So if you see yellow color, that is normally given to foam line. So that's a foam isolation wall. So that's a requirement that you should not have an isolation wall more than 40 meter, in a distance of more than 40 meters. So you can see this is an isolation wall of foam. Same will be there for fire line. So you should have isolate. So these are two different lines, foam line and fire line. And so you will have, again you can see this is another isolation wall over here. That is another isolation wall for foam. This over here is a midship area where you can see small loose ropes, items, blanks, manifold flanges, everything will be kept over here. Air hose, tripping hose, these small items will be kept over here. As you can see, they are tied down. The U piece, Y piece, which are kept in midship. And that's an isolation for fire line. So that is also the same thing. Then again in forward you can see another isolation wall, yellow color for foam. So that is about it. So this is the deck familiarization for chemical tanker, oil and chemical tanker. That's it. Thank you.